My country 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, of thee. Whoa, wait a minute. Hi, third graders. I'm sorry. I thought we were in music class. This is social studies for third grade with Mr. Lake. How are you doing? Good. Glad to hear. Sorry about that. I was just stuck on a national song of the United States government that we kind of sing to celebrate our government. And that's what we're going to study this week with social studies is the United States government. If you'll follow along, I'm going to read our intentions for today. We are learning to identify the characteristics of a democracy so that we can explain the organization of the United States government. You will be successful when you can explain what a government is, list characteristics of a democracy, and identify the three branches of the American government and their responsibilities. Who thought the American government had responsibilities? Here are two key vocabulary words I want you to focus on today. Government, the governing body of a nation, state, or community. Democracy, form of a government, typically through the voice of people. Who thought that we had voice in our government? You do, and I do. Amazing. So let's start talking about what is a government. A government is an organization set up to protect people. That's right, protect you, me, mom, dad. It's also an organization that enforces rules. So let's see. Who are those that enforce the rules? Police officers, judges, lawyers. It's also an organization that makes decisions that affect citizens of a particular place. So what place are we talking about? That's right, the United States. And where do we live in the United States? That's right, in Kansas. The United States of America, or USA, is a democracy. You're going to love this. A democracy means that citizens vote or elect leaders they want to represent them. Citizens like you and me, your mom, your dad, your grandma, your grandpa, they have rights and freedoms that cannot be taken away or changed by the government. And within a democracy, the elected officials have a duty to serve the citizens. Now, I bet you have heard your parents talk about voting and elections and talking to different people that were running for different offices. That's the elected officials to see if they're the best to represent us. I've got a quick video for you today.
Welcome to Kids Academy. Hi, boys and girls. Do you know how laws are made? There are three branches of government in the United States. Each branch has a special responsibility in the lawmaking process. The legislative branch makes the laws. The United States Congress runs the legislative branch. Congress members introduce bills, which are ideas for new laws. A bill cannot become a law until it is approved by the executive branch. The President of the United States is the leader of the executive branch. The President can approve or veto a bill. When a bill is vetoed, it is rejected. When the President signs a bill, it becomes a law. The executive branch also enforces laws to make sure that people follow them. The judicial branch is made up of courts and judges. The U.S. Supreme Court is the highest court in the judicial branch. members of the judicial branch review laws to make sure they are fair? It's trivia time.
Watch carefully, see if you can answer.
3 branches of government.
1, 2, or 3.
Question 1. Which branch of the United States government is responsible for making laws? A. The judicial branch. B. The legislative branch. C. The executive branch. If you need to think about it, pause the video. Go back and peek at the lesson.
Okay, what do you think? Let's see.
Listen again if you need more help. The answer is B. The legislative branch.
Good job.
Great job. Question 2. Who is the leader of the executive branch? A. The President. B. The Supreme Court. C. Congress. Correct. The answer is A. The President of the United States is the leader of the executive branch. The executive branch enforces laws to make sure that people follow them. Let's try one more. Question 3. Who reviews laws in the judicial branch? A. Congress members. B. American citizens. C. Court judges. Yes. The answer is C. The judicial branch reviews laws to make sure they are fair. Great job. Thanks for watching. See you next time.
Great job, third
Graders. So as you see, there's 3 branches in our government which help us meet all these characteristics of democracy. We're going to take a closer look at them. So the U.S. government is broken out into tiers. There's the federal government, governs all Americans. We have our state, which governs individual states, like Kansas. And then there's the local government, which governs the local community, like Topeka. We are going to focus on the federal government, the 3 branches. Within the branches, there is the executive branch. And remember, the president leads the executive branch. And right now, who is our current president? That's right, Donald J. Trump. The legislative branch. And in this branch, that is where the Congress, the Senate, and the representatives make the laws. And then we have the judicial branch. The way Mr. Lake remembers the judicial branch, it's the judges. They have a right to say this law is constitutional. So let's look at each branch. The executive branch. It's led by the president. You told me currently our president is Donald J. Trump. Who was our first president of the United States? Do you know? What? I can't trick you. That's right. George Washington. This branch of government enforces the laws. So if you remember in the video, the president has a right to sign the law and approve it, or he can veto it, or say, no, this is not a good law, and send it back to the legislative branch for reconsideration. And this branch also includes police officers, lawyers, people to help keep the laws enforced. The legislative branch is made up of 2 houses within the state capitol. It's led by senators and congressmen who work in the Senate and House of Representatives. They make our laws, and they talk to the constituents or the people like you and me in the communities to see what laws are needed. A senator is elected every 6 years, to where the congressman or the person that sits at the House of Representatives, they're elected every 2 years. The judicial branch. Now remember, to remember the judicial branch, think of judges. It is led by the Supreme Court justices or judges, decides whether laws are fair. So the legislative branch will put a law out, and the judicial branch will look at that law and see if it meets the criteria under our Constitution. How cool is that? And it includes all types of judges, not just the Supreme Court judges. They are the ultimate judge in the judicial branch, but even our local community judges are part of this branch. I know that was a quick look at our government, but here is what hopefully you are doing to be successful. You are now able to explain what a government is. Hopefully you can list some characteristics of a democracy, and you can identify the three branches of the American government and their responsibilities. Let's test. What are the three branches of our government that makes our government a democracy? That's right. The executive branch, the legislative branch, and the judicial branch. There's our three. Your assignment today is posted for you. You will open the document and make a new copy, and then if you'd like, you could share it with your teacher to let them know what you've learned. You will be taking each box up here at the top and placing them into the correct branch of the United States government. Don't let these trick you, friends. Have a good day. I'll see you Thursday. Bye.